Hey there, everyone. Hopefully, people are starting to tune in here. But welcome to a little live sneak peek. Got Moshe Amsel on the show today, talking about his growth summit that's coming up next week. So, I see his ads everywhere. I see the promotion everywhere, and I was like, I need to reach out to him and have him on so we can find out more about this. And so, Moshe, thanks for joining me live today.
Thank you, Kevin. Really appreciate you having me. It's an honor to be on your show, and I'm excited about our event starting next week. So anything that we can do to help your audience know a little bit more about it, I think really helps us spread the message. And it's not one of those pitch fest events. It's not one of those events where you come and you just set yourself on autopilot and go to sleep. We curated 50 speakers that are all out there, influencers, leaders in the legal industry, to come and give you their best stuff. So every single one of these sessions is going to be fire, and really excited for the way the lineup shaped up this year. This is the fourth time we're doing it, and I really feel like we have one of the most momentum that we've ever had behind the event right now.
No, yeah. I mean, I was impressed by the lineup of speakers and a lot of folks that I know, a lot of guests on my podcast. So you definitely have quite the lineup with who you have speaking and teaching. And so I think that's the first thing I saw was, wow, okay, he's got the lineup and this is going to be great. So um, real quick, Guy, what's up? How you doing, man? Saying hi. Anyone, you have questions, comments, please ask. That's what he's here to ask any of your questions that you might have. And the events, 21st to the 23rd is virtual. It's free. Um, so I guess let's Moshe, give us a crash course. What can people expect? What times are these things happening during those days? Obviously, we have lawyers and managing partners have busy schedules. So, kind of what's the best way that they can think about how to consume some of this content and take part in the summit?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first thing is we've gotten feedback in the past that we need a schedule. We need to know when things are happening. So I have up here on my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me pin it.
Summit.com. Come here. This is what you're going to find. This is where you register. By the way, registration is free. So, people are like, oh, what's the cost? I have to decide if I want to buy it or not. It doesn't cost you anything. So we took that out of the equation. But if you come down here, right, almost at the beginning, right after our speaker lineup, we have the full agenda for you. So this is day 1, day 2, and day 3, May 21st, May 22nd, May 23rd. And you can see every speaker, every break, what the topics are. Really, I mean, my team has done a great job in laying this all out for us. What you will see is that we have basically three time periods where there's breakout sessions. And you can see here that there's a lot of breakout sessions that are running at the same time. You can't be in all of them at once. You're going to have to choose. But what we did is we broke this down by where you are in your law firm growth. So we have a track for startup, which is basically 0 to maxed out solo. Then we've got our expansion category, which is from maxed out solo to 1 to 2 million in revenue, where you've got 1 or 2 attorneys on staff, multiple support staff. And then we've got our legacy creator sessions, which are for people who are beyond that $2 million. They're, on their way to 10 or more. That's where, they're really thinking about their legacy. They're really thinking about what is it that they want the firm to be known for? What do they want to be known for? It's less about how do I get out of the gate? And it's much more about, what's next for me. And we have speakers talking on that. So we, in our event platform, which we're using Zoom Events, you can actually filter the list by the track that you're in. But here we also have it laid out for you. So we've got keynote, main stage sessions, and then we've got startup sessions, expansion sessions, and legacy creator sessions. So we basically laid it out for you as which sessions are which, so you can kind of figure out which are the ones that are appropriate for you at your stage of law firm growth, and come and attend those sessions. And of course, thank you to our sponsors who have made this possible for $0, and allow us to continue to do this and bring this massive slate of speakers. And just take a moment to scroll through these a little bit slower, because you're going to know some of these people. I mean, Allison Williams, Sean Callaghy, Megan Riley is probably somebody who most people are not familiar with. Really cool find. She was on Shark Tank, has a business, Tippy Toes. It's a little dance school for young girls, and she franchised that to 30 or 40 locations. And she got an offer on Shark Tank and ended up taking it on stage, but declining it when she got the fine print.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And then expanded her business to 30 plus locations. And she's going to be talking about basically how you can be successful in anything. Really great stuff. Brett Tremblay, you're probably familiar with him. A lot of people know who he is. Law firm owner, also started to get staffed up. So a really great slate of keynote speakers. And then there's my mug shot, but you got Allison Maslan of Pinnacle Global Network, one of our sponsors. Jennifer Gore-Cuthbert, we were just talking about her. She was on your show. She also was a keynote speaker for us at our last event. Ali Katz, Charlie Mann. I'm just going to pick a few that I think everyone is familiar with. Seth Price, Molly McGrath, Conrad Sam, Joey Vitale, David Nagel. A lot of people in the legal community know who he is. Let's see. Steve Fretzen, Sam Malai, Craig Goldenfarb, Guy, who was saying hello to you before, Jay Ruane, Chelsea Williams, Jordan Ostroff. If I skipped over you, it's not because you're not popular. I'm hand picking some names, but go to lawfirmgrowthsummit.com. You can see the full slate of people. Now, one of the things that basically you're going to be asking is, well, you've got such a great lineup, but I can only make it to this session. I want this other session. After you register for free, you then have the option to upgrade to a VIP ticket. A VIP ticket gives you a slate of amazing things, but most importantly, it gives you the recordings of every single session. You can count it. We have over 60 sessions at the Law Firm Growth Summit. All of those recordings will be available to you if you upgrade to a VIP ticket. You also get an awesome swag box. The swag box has stuff from us, but it also has, like, you can see my, I'll share my screen again. See if it's.
Yeah, let me zoom in for you.
In the shirt I'm wearing right here in my picture, the Law Firm Growth Summit t-shirt, it's in that box, along with some other stuff. There's a couple of books some of our sponsors have added to there. So if you need to brush up on some of your law firm growth reading material, there's some really good books included in there. There's a beverage device in there, something to drink from, along with some other things. So swag box, really cool. It's great to get it in the mail. And we're pretty good about getting those out. So when you buy your VIP ticket, just give it a few days and it'll be at your doorstep. In addition to that, we have 3 bonuses we added to kind of really juice up that offer for that VIP ticket. One is a free strategy call with one of our coaches here at Profit with Law. And not only are we going to have that call with you, but we'll actually send you your profit roadmap for the next 12 months after the call. And second thing is we have a training that we're doing after the event on tripling your revenue and doubling your profit in the next 12 months. And we have another training we're doing that is, I'm a Profit First professional. I teach people how to implement Profit First in their business. We also do it for you. I have an accounting firm, and we do fractional CFO services, and we also help you with implementing Profit First. But I'm going to be doing a training on Profit First. You can understand what is it good for your business. Really, it's going to help you solve some of your cash flow issues. So all of those things are included when you get that VIP ticket. Now, I didn't come here to pitch the ticket, but I want you to know that it's there behind the free ticket, because sometimes people are like, oh, can't make it, move on. So you should just know that if you register for the free ticket, you'll then have that opportunity to upgrade to that VIP.
That's excellent, man. I mean,
it's gonna
pack full
one more
of good
thing,
stuff.
all right. One of the biggest benefits of the event is the community. You're going to be in the room with over 1,000 other law firm owners, and it is ripe for connection. It is ripe for, I mean, you can just chat with somebody and realize that you're, the same practice area or same geographic area, and we really want our attendees to be connecting with other attendees, because so much business is done lawyer to lawyer. There's so much opportunity.
Absolutely.
The more lawyers that you connect with, the more opportunity there is that you can refer them business, they can refer you business, and that beautiful circle that goes around in the legal community, we can just expand on that at the Law Firm Growth Summit.
Well, yeah, just super impressive. I mean, just what you put into this and kind of all the things that you've thought of, and I'm sure it was quite a bit of work to organize this. So, and for a virtual event, right? And you're sending out swag and you're sending out stuff like that. So, just really well done. The lineup of speakers is again just amazing. And I was like looking at all the podcast guests or people that I know on that list. Some great marketers, great lawyers, other coaches. So you've really like mixed it up well, and you're bringing a lot of good information. Another thing, we're a profit first business. I have 3 profit first businesses that run on it. So kudos 100% on that. That's life changing for us. And for any law firm out there that's not aware of what that is, you'll find out from Moshe. So that's awesome.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that my podcast, Profit with Law, is really what was the impetus for me starting this summit in the first place in 2019. I connected with so many amazing people by having them as guests on my show that I had all these connections I created. And when I got the idea of the conference, it was easy to fill the room because I already had met all these people on my show. So really a lot of benefit in doing that. And you're doing it here and the Managing Partners podcast, which is really cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been amazing how many people I've met and friends I've built relationships with and clients and everything like that. So it's just allowed me to immerse myself and my team into, working with law firms and understanding law firms as a business. And then, the show, I love it. Absolutely. Like just get to talk about running a business all day. And that's all I think about anyway. So, it's just been a blessing to do the show and to have folks on. And, I'm excited for you to kind of share on here today about this summit you have. So you've just, again, connected so many great people. And anyone listening, obviously right now, got any questions for Moshe, please ask away so we can answer any of those questions. And then just so you know, I'm live right now in Chicago. So I'm in my hotel room in Chicago. So I don't quite have my nice camera and nice mic. So hopefully you sound okay today. And Moshe, you're in New York. So I'm actually here today with Luis Scott. You guys might know. He has like a conference, for his 8-figure firm conferences here in Chicago this week. So I'll be meeting a lot of attorneys and talking to a lot of folks today. So yeah, just all around exciting stuff. What's going on in this business and how small the world it is. It's kind of like you were saying, a lot of people know each other and it's pretty tight circles. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Just to answer some questions people might have, the dates May 21st to May 23rd, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. The times on the schedule are all Eastern. So we, officially open the doors at 8:30 a.m. It's marked as breakfast, networking, and expo area. We encourage you to go visit our sponsors. We've got a dozen sponsors participating in the event. They're all going to have special offers for you. Really excited about that. And then our first session kicks off at 10 a.m. Eastern. One of the things you got to do is you got to kind of marry the time zones between Eastern and Western time zones, Pacific time zones. So we try to do that by having our first talk kick off a little bit later at 10 a.m. And then we try and not make it an 8-hour day. So try and shut it down around 5:30, and give you plenty of opportunity to stretch your legs and do some jumping jacks in between. So you'll see some breaks in the schedule. You'll see a nice big break for lunch. We try to pack a lot into 3 days, but we also need to be humane in that process. Another thing I'm excited about is one of the things that we've grown over time is expanding how many women we have on stage, and it's almost 50% of our speakers. So we've got 23 female speakers this year. The first time I had keynote speakers. So the second event I had 3 keynote speakers, and it was 3 white men. And when I put those graphics up and I started advertising with it, boy, the hate messages I was getting from no diversity, no females on there. And I realized that I had done a poor job of trying to find the people because they're there, rather than waiting for them to step up. It hasn't been a focus to get women, but it's just it's expanded that way, and it's also a testament to the legal space that how much it's grown from being just a boys club to now being a much more inclusive arena that everybody can play in. It's something that I'm excited about going into this event. Is just when I started to look at the final slate of speakers, I said, wow, this is pretty incredible what we've been able to assemble here, as far as being able to kind of even the playing field there. Another thing is we added some bonus days. So we had such a high level of interest in speaking. So when we opened up the speaking slots back in February, we had over 70 speaking applications put in, because everybody knows about our event. They want to be involved. They want to be a part of it. And everybody has something to share. When we started selecting speakers, and I said, wait a second, I can only fit so many in 3 days. We're down to, 30 something speakers. What about all the other speakers that have amazing information to share? And how would it be fair for me to prevent our audience from hearing their message? So what I decided to do is add some bonus days. So the bonus days are not live. Those speakers are sending us pre-recorded sessions, but after the summit ends on Thursday, we're going to open up through the entire Memorial Day weekend, all the way until you go back to work on Tuesday. We're going to open up those bonus sessions for you to just go at your leisure and go and attend those and watch those. So
wow, that's really cool.
It's a new addition to the summit that we haven't had before, and I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. I mean, yeah, you're like, well, man, I got so many good people. I'll be sure to submit my application next year or next time. So for sure.
Well, what we'll do is we'll have you, Kevin, on our podcast. And as soon as we have you on our podcast, you're automatically in our CRM for potential speakers, and you'll automatically get that invite from us. So
I love that idea. So absolutely, I would love to. Guy, I told people on LinkedIn I was going to Chicago, and I was like, hey, what should I be doing? And of course, Guy and a few others recommended the boat tour through the waterway here. So yeah, Guy, I'm trying to squeeze that in. I got some events this evening, but that doesn't start till 6. So it's 2:25 here right now. My goal is to sneak that in. So we'll see how long it takes. But I appreciate the recommendation, and I'll try to do that. So
hope you brought your boat shoes.
Well, I don't have boat. Well, I got like some loafers. Maybe I don't have to do. Oh man, so yeah, just excited about this. How long have you been doing this summit?
This is our 4th event. The first one was December of 2019. What's interesting is that we created the virtual event in December of 2019, and there was no such thing as a virtual event in the law firm space at that time. And then COVID hit in March of 2020, and everybody scrambled to go virtual. And I looked like a genius. Like, oh my gosh, look at this. This guy's the forefront
It's ahead of his time.
of exactly ahead of his time. But really what that did is it set us up to have our 2021 event was our second event, was such an amazing event. And it was because we had already worked out the kinks in 2019 to understand how to get everybody involved and get them there. And we were able to go from, in 2019, it was all pre-recorded sessions, and then we had live Q&As at night, to go to a live real conference that everybody's attending virtually. And we invested in a platform called Hopin at the time. This year we're using Zoom events, but we used Hopin for summit number 2 and number 3. And Hopin did a really good job with networking, and they had like a networking area where it was almost like speed dating. It would connect 2 people in the room randomly for 3 minutes, and then you can ask it to extend the time. But if not, it would just end the conversation. You'd be done. And it was a really cool feature, and allowed people to connect with each other, and it allowed our sponsors to go in and connect with people, because they, instead of waiting for them to come to the booth, they would jump in the networking section and meet people there.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
And some of our speakers are excited about the event because they want to meet other people, right? So our speakers are going to be mingling in the crowd. So if you wanted to connect with some of these people that you've heard on a podcast or you've seen on webinars and you just never had a conversation with them, it's another great opportunity to connect with them. They're going to be there. Some of them will be there for the whole 3 days, and some will be popping in and out. But our speakers they also become attendees of the event.
That's excellent. Yeah, I'll definitely be popping in as much as I can for sure. We got Guy again over here. He says, "See you next week, Moshe." So
I'm looking forward. I'm excited. Guy was one of our speakers in 2019 at that first event. He's an OG speaker for the Law Firm Growth Summit. And Guy is really, really smart when it comes to marketing analytics, and what's going on in the world of getting clients, getting leads. So really excited for Guy. And actually, let's quickly look up what his talk is.
What's he talking about? I follow Guy, and we do the same kind of work. We're an SEO search company, but Guy or Sasha that have speaking, like they actually they're doing the right stuff, and they know what they're talking about. And there's so many out there that don't, and so good choice there. But I follow his post, and I'm like, he's spot on every time. So
Guy is talking on holding marketing investments accountable. From creating a marketing budget to allocating marketing to managing the performance of marketing dollars across channels. Let's discuss how to effectively measure and manage marketing investments. That's in the Legacy Creator session. So if you're ready to move your firm from 2 to 10 million, right? And you want to take that leap, you want to get to that 8-figure firm that Lewis Scott is teaching people how to do. You gotta understand your marketing. You gotta understand your numbers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest things we find when we come in as a fractional CFO for our multi-million-dollar law firms is that they don't have a handle on the marketing metrics, and that is the biggest leaky bucket. Like when we come in, we're trying to get them to a 30 to 40% profit margin in their business, and we walk in and they're at 10%, and it seems like this massive chasm that we need to overcome. The reality is that it's the biggest leap that we can take with them is almost always in the marketing department, and looking at those numbers and understanding which efforts are actually producing results and which ones are just flushing money down the toilet, and turning those off almost instantly improves that profit margin for them. So love this topic by Guy, holding marketing investments accountable. Definitely you should attend that session. You also mentioned Sasha. So let's see what Sasha's talking about. Sasha's on the main stage, how to consistently get more cases and build a self-managing law firm. Building a successful law firm often feels like going through a labyrinth, but there's a roadmap that you can follow to create a law firm that generates 5 to 10 million in revenue and produces wealth for the owners. Learn from Sasha Burson, one of the top industry experts, as he shares practical tactics for building a better business and enjoying a better life. And then he's also doing a session in the breakout sessions, the winning formula for becoming a 1 million plus per year lawyer. And the description there, you didn't start your law firm to wear multiple hats and make low to mid six figures. But if you're like most, it's exactly where you are. In this breakout session, Sasha Burson, one of the top experts, shares a practical formula for getting out of the rot and joining the ranks of the 7-figure earners. His company, Grow Law Firm, is one of the gold sponsors of the Law Firm Growth Summit. So want to give them the love that we can.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, Sasha, if you're listening, good work. Yeah, I saw Steve Frenzen on there as well.
Yes.
I was trying to connect with Steve because he's in Chicago, but he's like, by the time I get to the city, it'd take me a couple hours to come see you. So I didn't get to meet up with him, but yeah.
Yeah, this just happened to me. So I'm in Rockland County, New York. I'm in the Suffern area. It's a 30-minute drive with, at 2 a.m. to Manhattan. But I mean, to get into the city, it's a hike. So when somebody's like, oh, they're going to be in the city and I want to connect with them, I got to commit a day to go in and meet up with them. So I try to stack those if I can, and make it possible. Steve is, he's your sales guru. He's written 4 books on basically helping you be the rainmaker or be the lawyer that closes sales. And his talk, How to Become a Rainmaker to Achieve Work-Life Balance. It's every lawyer's dream to enjoy a rich and fulfilling career practicing the law. Unfortunately, many lawyers struggle with the roller coaster ride that is the billable hour, difficult clients, and lack of free time at home. Join top legal expert Steve Frenzen as he demystifies the work-life balance predicament that today's lawyers are facing. A few of the many takeaways provided here include why being a rainmaker is critical to your ongoing success and happiness, how to become a rainmaker, how to achieve that work-life balance you've heard so much about, how to leverage that bigger book of business to realize your dreams. This program was specifically created for attorneys who are tired of feeling overwhelmed and who are motivated to make changes to improve their lives. So good stuff there. Looking forward to Steve's talk as well.
Yeah, Steve really, he's been on my show and he's in my Facebook group that I have, the Managing Partners Mastermind, just a free private Facebook group. But yeah, he specializes in working with one-on-one with attorneys, solos, or even attorneys that work in a firm. So he's really focused, kind of helping individual attorneys. So he's definitely someone to listen to if that's you. Maybe you don't own a big firm, or you're not looking to get a 10 million. You're just trying to figure out how to do well within the firm you're at. Steve's got a lot of knowledge there. So.
I'll even tell you this: like, if you're in the multi-million-dollar arena with your firm and you're watching this, you probably have a sales team. You probably have people on your staff that are doing sales. Have them register. The event is free. Have them register and go to Steve's session. And I'll look at the schedule real quick, but you can see it at lawfirmgrowthsummit.com to see when Steve is speaking. And let's see, Steve is, I think he's on day 2 in the second breakout session group.
And I got the .com right below. If you're watching in right now, lawfirmgrowthsummit.com. Pretty simple. You can go there, check that out, and you can sign up and send it to your team to sign up. Like to your point. Yeah, it's not just for you. Actually, here today, Luis Scott's conference here today was all about management and second in charge folks. It wasn't the lawyers attending. It was their COOs and folks like that.
Yeah, so here on day 3 at the 4:30 p.m. slot is when Steve is doing his talk. It's right here. I can't highlight it. This is an image, but you can see his picture right here, and how to become a rainmaker to achieve work-life balance. So when you register and you get into the lobby, into our platform, which is being hosted on Zoom events, you will have the ability to bookmark any session that you want to attend, and then it'll create this calendar for you. You can import that calendar to your Google Calendar or wherever your calendar resides. But more importantly, it'll help you keep organized on, which sessions did you excited you and did you want to go to. It'll also help you see if you have conflicts for sessions, and if you have multiple sessions at the same time that you want to go to, that might be a reason for you to consider upgrading to a VIP ticket. Kevin, I really appreciate you having me on today. Nobody else has questions. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I think we did cover, all of the benefits of the event. It's absolutely free. You can do it from your living room, from your couch, from your office. You don't need to get on a plane and go anywhere. You don't have to be holed up in a hotel room in Chicago. Not that there's anything bad about in-person events, but there is something nice about spending the last few days going into Memorial Day weekend, just consuming some information so you can decompress over the weekend and kind of think about, how are you going to implement some of the amazing things that you picked up at the Law Firm Growth Summit. And of course, it's another reason to think about that VIP ticket, because you might want to go back and rewatch something that really piqued your interest. You always hear it differently the second time, and unfortunately, in a live delivery, you only get one shot. So having access to those recordings really is really going to help you to go back and review and rewatch and re-listen.
Sure, and I think folks that are trying to grow their companies, and they're serious about it, right? So yeah, in person's great. You meet people, you get to have conversations and that you otherwise wouldn't have. But consume the content and take an action when you get back. And there's a lot of other distractions too. So I think, having all this content within this virtual summit, I think is really cool. And for those that maybe, don't want to travel or try not to have those expenses, or if you're a firm that's you're too busy to leave the office for 3 days and travel, I mean, it can be pretty expensive. So I think it's great. I think the virtual option is very nice. We do, we have quite a few people live on LinkedIn, I see at least. So if you have any questions, now's the time. Any comments, say hi. We'll throw you up on the screen. I'll give you a minute or so, and then we'll let Moshe get back to his day here in a second. So
my dog just busted into my office, so now I've got her walking around and she better not get caught up in all the wires of my camera setup here.
Yeah, you'll just turn off. I got 2 dogs, and sometimes I do my podcast from home, and it's a crapshoot sometimes. So
well, there's a gate upstairs. It's supposed to be closed. Somebody left it open, and here she is.
Someone's in trouble. Well, it's all good. We're live, just having fun. So, well, if anyone's got any questions, you can always just drop them in the comments. You can also reach out to me and message me. If you're not connected with Moshe, I can connect you to. And then, go check out the summit, sign up. The web address again is lawfirmgrowthsummit.com. Go check it out. And hope you can attend.
And I'm highly active on social, so connect with me: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, any of those places, and just send me a message, ping me in a comment somewhere. I'll hop in and respond. So my team is out there trolling the internet, looking for posts to share and stuff like that. So we appreciate any love we can get. Use the hashtag LFGS 2024 for the Law Firm Growth Summit 2024, and looking forward to greeting all of you on Tuesday morning. So it's free to register, and you don't have to attend 3 days to participate. You can come for whatever makes sense for you. Don't forget about your team. Don't forget about your friends. There's people that who could benefit from this. Share that link with them. Let them go and register. Again, registration is absolutely free. lawfirmgrowthsummit.com. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Yeah, Moshe, thank you so much. Yeah, everyone, just takes that one tip or bit of information that can be $1 million change in your business. So, just try to consume as much as you can and apply it. So, Moshe, thank you so much. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this is helpful. This will be out there to rewatch. Got any questions? Let us know, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.